What's up, guys? Thank you so much for joining me today here at Rich in Spirit. I am Sarita, your Chief Spiritual Officer, and I wanted to share today my thoughts on how we can cultivate things like joy and more peace, more happiness overall in our lives. I'm currently in a study group for the book, A Course in Miracles, and in the description below, I will link a video with more information about the book. Today's message is titled, I Will Not Be Afraid of Love Today. And as I was reading and meditating on the words, it got to a point where three words in this short paragraph stood out, and those words were joy of love. And I thought, man, it's really important to intentionally cultivate the feelings that you want to feel. So how does one go about cultivating joy? I started to think about just the past few months and what I have been doing, and going back in particularly to Christmas. And one thing that I did that brought me so much joy was spend time bonding with my nephews. And I shared some of those moments and memories on my Instagram, and I'll share that in the description below if you want to follow. But it was so joyful to be able to help them as they needed to, one, exert patience with one another, brothers fighting, are not sharing. This is not, no, we're not doing it. But I had to be patient. I had to hear them out. I had to allow them space to be themselves and say the things that they needed to say so that I could go within and provide the right guidance for them. It made me feel like I had matured and been raised to a different level to be able to have that time with them. Another joyful moment was when we got them all together the morning of Christmas, and we had them decorate gingerbread houses, and they made cookies and they decorated the cookies. And it was just so much fun. It was great to see them being creative and saying, oh, I want to put this there. And they were doing things that I would have never thought. I'm a Virgo, and typically we need structure and order. Hence why I'm in this study group for A Course in Miracles. I like structure. Okay. If you are a person who needs structure, drop a comment, because I like structure. I like to see progress in things. And so, again, going back to how can one cultivate joy, another thing that I have picked up that I really, really enjoy is bird watching. Who would have thought? I am up at Patuxent River Park every second Saturday of the month with a wonderful group, great guides, just beautiful energy. And we walk through the trails and we've got our binoculars on and we are bird watching. I'm learning about birds that are native to Maryland. I'm learning about birds who have migrated here and the reason for that. I'm learning about the cultivation efforts. I'm learning about the disruption that's happening just in terms of development, and how the PG Parks and Planning, shout out to PG Parks and Planning, is working to combat, to make sure that these animals, these birds, these fish, all these things that are here can be sustained. And it is so peaceful to be in nature and soak up something that you have no control over. Like these trees, this wind blowing and rustling, these birds, flying here and flying there. All you can do is watch and be in wonder. So for you today, how can you find the joy, one, in love? Love of yourself, love of other people, love of nature and the world around you. It's really important to think about how you can cultivate these things, these feelings within yourself. For some people, it really may be turning on music that just gets them in a certain spirit. I know when I put on Cozy by Beyonce, you can't tell me nothing. Okay. You have to remember you are one of one. You are number one. And it's important that you give to yourself because you can only get that back, what you give to yourself. If you're feeling like you don't have enough love, enough joy, enough peace, see if you're looking at it from the external and what people may not be giving to you, and then flip that on the opposite and think about how you can give it to yourself. And that's it. That's all. Believe the best of yourself for yourself. Bring that energy inward, and it will absolutely radiate out. Promise, promise, promise. Okay, so that is today. And remember to stay rich in spirit.